Hello people, Exile, new Exile and Exile 2. Welcome to another stream by MordredOG, your uncle, your favorite uncle. You know I'm your favorite uncle. And we are live back on Twitch, on YouTube and on Kick for the second day in a row. Yes, the Secret of the Atlas, new expansion for Path of Exile started amazingly. We had some fun. I released today a video with a lot of info about mercenaries and the first steps to get advantage of the mercenaries. And today I have some more info later about what I discovered, my experiments and stuff. I will show you later. Today's stream is going to be a mix of money-making strategies and at the same time some progression also for my personal character, and we will see where we will get going. But in the meantime, let me start showing you where I have been, what I've done in the last 24 hours. Basically, you should be able to see I have a 48 character. Yeah, don't consider the name. It's an Italian meme, by the way. Yeah, I have 48 Marauder, unascended at the moment. How have I been able to do that so quickly? Considering that yesterday I streamed for about 8 hours and then I slept. I had a lot of stuff to do. I went to play football today. Yeah, I have my level 16 that I left yesterday because I wanted to be genuine and bringing to you exactly the full experience of the progression of the character. But this one, yeah, it didn't really take much to level up to Act 7. I'm gonna show you, actually, I'm gonna show you right with the new character. Yeah, if you know me, if you know MordredOG, if you know my channel, I am an alcoholic. I've been playing World of Warcraft a lot, playing all the classes, everybody to the max level, everybody to end game. And in Path of Exile, there is so many options. You can play the same class with so many different approaches and stuff that every league, I always play multiple characters. But the leveling part is what sometimes it make it a little bit harder or annoying because you need to go through the whole 10 acts once again. But I guess this league we will see so many more people rejoining the story with this new mechanic of the mercenaries, because mercenaries are actually super fun. They can expand the way you play the campaign and they make it actually super quick. I'm gonna show you what I've done, what I've been doing, and also why you should probably think about it for your own future plans. So, hello Giorgio, what's up? So, before we get into the video, if you could leave a follow, a subscription, whatever you can to the channel, to the YouTube channel, to a follow to my Twitch, to my Kick channel as well, that would be much appreciated. And let's get into today's video right now. So, I'm gonna show you straight away with the completely new character. I probably want to play, let's see, we're gonna create a new character from zero to show you how easy it is to level this way, that I'm gonna, with the secret of the pasta, you know, the secret of Uncle Mordred and the pasta. So we have I mean, I want to play a witch, I want to play a duelist as well. I already have a Templar and a Marauder. I want to play a Shadow too. Probably gonna go for the Shadow. Mord carried by Merc. Nah. Mord Mord, we call it Mord... Mord trigger. Cack. Okay, so this is gonna be our little shadow getting to the right at the beginning with no help, with no items. Then, of course, as I have already many other characters, I'm gonna keep some uniques. But yeah, the beginning is the same story, the first zone. There is nothing different here. You pick up your gemstone, you get into Hillock fight. That's the same as always. But once we will get to Lioness Watch, everything is gonna change. And trust me guys, it's gonna change in such a positive way you can't even expect. Well, maybe for the people that follow me in my journey. Oh, thank you Giorgio for the 200 bits. Holy shit, Giorgio, you're crazy. Thank you. I appreciate that. As I was saying, for people that was following me in my adventure last night and yesterday afternoon, maybe you've seen what I am about to explain. In the meantime, we bully our friend Hillock. He doesn't stand a chance. We have poisons. We have the speed on our side. Yeah, I'm getting used to play with one hand without pressing any skills. Yeah, that's exactly right. You will see that you can play this game leveling while watching a movie. I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. I was watching a movie today when I was leveling my Marauder. I wasn't even looking at the screen. You will see why. Alright, so now we are in Lioness Watch. Well, we can keep a few items, of course. We're gonna go for the Rolling Magma as always. As like, whenever we might need to kill some stuff. Maybe we can go Stormblast, Stormblast or Cobra Lash. Actually, Cobra Lash is pretty good at this point. Yeah, instead of Viper Strike, we go Cobra Lash. And then we sell this. We have the other one. We sell everything else. Okay, but it's not gonna really matter because I'm not even using my skill points for now. You see, my stored mercenaries are here waiting for me, even if I've used this on other character. And I am at the moment level 2, and each mercenary can follow you if it's within 20 levels of your level. So this means that if I had the level 22, I could min-max this, of course, maybe level even 23, because the first zone you could get to level 3. You can hire him, basically invite him to your party, and he's gonna help you. Of course, now you will see that I equipped this guy with a level 14 Hero's Bite. I found this on another mercenary. I invited the other mercenary. I checked the items. I swapped the items. I've done a few things. Maybe you've seen on my previous videos as well. But yeah, this is basically what I've done. And yeah, a nice bow for this bracket of level is a nice bow, level 23. Quite a lot of flat damage and lightning damage. It's mostly Toxic Rain, the main skill, and Chaotic Shot, Withering Step. This guy can be really strong. Can be really strong, of course, at the beginning of the campaign. But then, this is gonna carry you pretty much up to level, let's say level 30-ish, more or less. But then, at level 30, we have Traxel. She is level 49, so you can actually be level 29 to hire her. And she has Barrage and Kinetic Bolt with a 3-link, Chain, Pierce, and Critical Strike chance. So you basically keep her until level 30-ish, and she's gonna still be fine. Maybe you can give her something to have more health. I didn't really care much about the resistances, also because some people is trying to get to understand better how the resistances work with mercenaries. Yeah, some evasion, mostly. And then some good items for her to give damage. I haven't even kept the amulet and the other ring at the moment on this guy. It's not really gonna matter. Maybe we're gonna give her a ring later on. So she's gonna be my wife. No, that's not how it works. But yeah, it's pretty easy. And then the kineticist. This guy also. The gear is not really great, but well, this one is pretty cool. 26% chance to ignite, 30% chance to freeze, elemental damage with attacks, with kinetic bolt. If you find a kinetic bolt of clustering, it's gonna be even better. But in order to defeat that guy, it can be pretty tough. So the two mercenaries I'm using, these are my leveling mercenaries. The third one, that is the maximum you can have 3, is gonna be one that I'm gonna use into endgame later on. I don't have it at the moment because I'm trying still to do other things that we will see later in our live video. But yeah, this is pretty much what we're doing. And you will see now, let's take the toxicologist, Tavia the Lethal, invite her. As you can see, she will follow us. So we can basically now walk to the next zone while she will melt everything on our path. Look at this. Look at this. And if she stay behind also, maybe sometimes she will get lost shooting at other people. It's not really a big deal because you have this order to me skill that you can use whenever you want. And this one will basically bring her to you whenever you find yourself in trouble, or when very rarely later on during your run, whenever she will go low on life. So the only thing you need to look for is sometimes there are some big rares with some modifiers. Very difficult in the early stages of the campaign, but maybe sometimes later on you will find some of this, those kind of monsters that have multiple different combos, freeze, ignite, and stuff like that. Those can be deadly for our little mercenary. But look at these roas. These roas, they stand no chance. Even the magic ones, they stand no chance. They die pretty much immediately. This is definitely a completely new leveling experience for everybody. And yeah, I'm not even looking too much at the screen at the moment. We could check the other mercenary to see if there is a tabula rasa. Actually, I've seen quite a few people getting tabula rasa from the merc. We could check what is going on here. Maybe we have some good items. No tabula rasa, nothing really important for us. We might look for our own, links for our own character. Because at this point, the build of your own character is even pointless. Look at this. I have 3 skill points that I haven't even used. I'm just running around. Well, this relink, I'm gonna take it. I'm just running around. And I'm only letting her kill everybody. I need to do the quest, of course. I'm gonna pick up the orbs for the quest. But this is your gameplay from now on. It's gonna be super easy. Let me try to speed up the thing now, get in the quest, go into the next zone. So I can show you also the behavior against some bosses. Okay. As you can see, she's killing everything. We level up. That's team building, right? That's teamwork. That's teamwork, right? We play like this. It's pretty easy. And this could also be useful for people that maybe they were experimenting with the build. They were starting on, I don't know, some characters with some very niche build, and they were not getting the result they wanted. So they want to reroll. And if you want to reroll, but you have to restart from zero, it can be quite tough, right? Well, now, if you just organize with your character and get a level 21, 22 mercenary, you can definitely get it. Even if it's a very bad build, you will definitely be able to find a level 21 mercenary. We're gonna see later where. But then you can restart your run with a new character and play like I'm playing right now. You can even min-max this, of course, and you can get more unique items or powerful items on your mercenaries if you really want to, but it's not really necessary. I am, at the moment, I'm not even using my skills, my movement skills and anything, because I'm just trying to simulate how it could be a very, very, you know, chill kind of run, but you can also be more efficient and speed run through. The mercenary most of the time will follow you, so even if you, maybe later when we get the movement skill I show you, but most of the time whenever you run and you blink and you use lip slam or whatever, the mercenary will still follow you. Maybe sometimes he will stay a little bit behind. We have another robe there, gloves. This guy, nothing really that we want. So yeah, you can basically take your time to level up while she kills everything. And I'm gonna show you also again some bosses how it works. You will see it's not really different. It's pretty much the same. We found also 2 chromes. Blood and sand, nice. As you can see, Toxic Rain is still very good, even if it's your merc that uses it. Somebody will say that Toxic Rain is such a good skill that you don't need a human player to play it. It's that easy. So we have 5 passive points still unallocated. We haven't used any skill for now. We are letting her deal with everything. Ledge is literally a walk, a romantic walk on the beach. Here in Italy we have a place where I live that is called the Walk of Love, you know? We are romantic people at heart. And basically that's how it feels. We are walking with our girlfriend. She is mad, so she is destroying everything. And we are just walking by, letting her unleash rage and suffering and poisons on everything. While we just mind our own business. We try not to make her too mad, and that's it. The beauty of relationships, right? So this is how you can level up your new character. Now I'm gonna show you a little bit longer just to give some more footage later when we get in higher zones, but we are still in a very low level zone now. This one, Ledge, is level 6, she's level 20, so it's pretty easy, right? And later on, when the level will become higher, the level zone will become higher, it's not really gonna change much. It's gonna be pretty much the same. We will see mostly the same kind of behavior. Maybe we will have every now and then against some rare monsters or against some bosses. We will have to help our mercenary to be faster. But it's not really that important. If you just run around, she will still deal with the threat most of the time. Again, sometimes they can die. So like, let's try with this essence, for example. Look at the essence life. It's going down and down and down. That's it. Easy. Easy peasy. No problem at all. One little advice, and also she off-screen the other guy here. I wasn't even considering, but she was so mad that she decided to kill also the totem guy. Crazy. One thing that I will advise for everybody doing this, in particular later, because now we're just walking, so we get a lot of experience. Yeah, we are getting the message that we need to allocate our passive points. We will do it later, but... So, the problem is gonna be later during your run, when you start running through, when you start... you know, ramping up the speed of your run, and then you will see a different thing happening. Well, we're not gonna need that. You will see a new thing happening. It happened to me a couple of times. So you will see that your level will keep going up, but a little bit less than the zone you will explore. And if you don't really look too much for gear on the ground, or maybe you just keep going because you see that you are so powerful, because basically you're getting carried, but you're powerful, but it's mostly your mercenary that is powerful, right? What happened is that you might find yourself, like me, in Act 5, still with items from Act 1, which means you might need to pit stop at your own city, check some new items, check some upgrades, do some, you know, check some items on the ground when you're killing stuff, because otherwise your character will arrive pretty much at the end game, at the end of the campaign with no items. It's kind of possible to be done, but it's not going to be very good for you. So try to keep in mind your own build as well. But yeah, this is pretty much such an easy way to level your characters that you most likely will not even require to invest time in understanding how to build your own character. It's really counterintuitive maybe, but for people that is lazy, or for people that like to play multiple characters like I do, and they want to have a smooth, easy experience to leveling, I think this is great. I think I've never had an experience like this leveling up in Path of Exile, and I advise everybody to try. It's not that difficult. As you can see, you just need to... I'm gonna show you later where you can pick up some of the best mercenaries, and a few of them can be also interesting. I tried most of the combination. I think those ones that can provide you with the area of effect damage are the best. Let me see here. Let me see, 1 second, boys. For traps? No. Well, can go traps now. Yeah, we're gonna see later a few possibilities that we have. I'm gonna log in on another character just to make it faster later. I mean, we can go Orb of Storms if you really want to. Maybe this. Blink. Let me just try a couple of things here. So let me show you. I will show you also the other mercenary that I'm still using in Act 7. And now basically I'm on par with that mercenary with her own zone. Actually, she's starting to be a little bit lower level for the zone, but she's still destroying everything and killing bosses as well. She killed the Brine King, which I think Brine King is level 50, and the Kinetic Blast mercenary that I have is level 49. So she still did pretty well in that arena with all those AoEs and stuff. I died a few times, but she killed it pretty easily. I had to help myself with my own skills in that fight, because otherwise it would take very long. But she was still doing fine. She was still killing pretty easy. Now she killed the High Rake without any problem. Now we're gonna go a little bit faster now that we have understood the basic of this, and we are level 9 and we haven't even used one skill. Just want to show you this again. No skill used whatsoever. We are level 9. We don't even know what build we want to have with this guy. We just took one wait, can I have Whirlwind Blades already? Let me see. Can I have Whirlwind Blades? No, not yet. Well, we're gonna go Shield Charge. With strength for shield charge, we can get strength somewhere later on, probably. Let's get a shield. Can we get a shield? Spirit shield is fine. We need 20 strength, 6 more strength. Let me see if we get any strength in the rings and stuff. Just to make it a little bit faster. This one gives me strength, by the way. So yeah, I'm gonna use this one that I already have just to make it faster. Again, we're not gonna do much damage. We're just going to move faster so that we speed up the process. Go to the submerged passage to do that boss as well. I mean, it's a level 6 boss and it's gonna die in less than a second without us doing anything. And she doesn't even have a full equipment, as I showed you before, so we could also min-max it way better. But as you can see, low level at this point, she destroys everything that she encounters. And this is such a good quality of life for people that like to play more character like I do. And most of the time, I think it's personally my approach to leveling alt. I like to level alt most of the time at the beginning of leagues. So if I already know that I want to play a witch, shadow, in whatever builds that I've seen that I want to test, maybe I will level one of each class at the very beginning of the just to see, just because at the beginning it's easier, so it's not really important if we stay behind a little bit on economy. At the end of the day, most people have the FOMO, most people want to min-max and get most of the divine immediately. I mean, if you want to get a Mage Blood day 2, sure. But look at this, the Dweller of the Deep. We are just running around and he's gonna die. Easy, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. No skill used at the moment. No button pressed on our side. We are getting super carried. And we are level 9 already. So we're gonna sell these things. And we don't really need most of this stuff. Again, you can also maybe, that's up to you how you want to approach the thing, of course, but you can also ignore maybe part of your build at the beginning, because everything is going to be done by your mercenary. And you can wait until you have an amount of points so that your build starts to actually make sense. I mean, at the beginning of Path of Exile, in every build at the beginning sucked. So you need to go through suffer and pain most of the time, transition of gear, transition of skill. Like, I'm thinking about, for example, if you are playing a Marauder or any melee class really that needs to upgrade their weapon a lot. This way, you don't really need to upgrade your weapon much because you're not gonna use any skill. And you can just wait until you actually need to use your skill later on. So you can, in the meantime, store your points until it's gonna be needed to play by yourself, and that way you're saving a lot of time respecking or changing your items that is gonna affect your resistances maybe or whatever. It's a new way, in my opinion, to make the game more enjoyable for people that don't really have a lot of time to play and they want to play a new character. I believe that this way you get even a stronger character at the end of the day. Of course, the character you get at the beginning, I'm trying to show you in the meantime, while I'm talking, I'm trying to show you that she's destroying every rare monster we find. That probably at this level of power at League Start, nobody is gonna be able to kill this fast, right? but like if you get also some shrines for her, she's gonna use the shrine. As you can see, she's having the buff of the shrine. So for example, for the kinetic blast lady, sometimes if you get the echoes shrine, she's gonna start shooting like crazy and the damage is gonna ramp up to the roof and beyond, to be honest. Now we're gonna do Brutus and see Brutus how it's gonna be. I'm pretty sure she's gonna destroy Brutus in a second. I mean, we don't really need item low level for our Merc because she has already a few. But you can check every now and then in the later zone, and you can check if some other mercenary with the same characteristic of her has some better item, and maybe you can give it to her. Consider she will be able to keep her own kind of items. So if the dexterity is gonna, if it's a mercenary with dexterity, she's gonna keep only dexterity item. Some mercenary are intelligence and strength, for example, so they can keep both of them. And now we are at Brutus, and I'm really curious to see how Brutus is gonna be, because Merveil probably is gonna be even easier, but Brutus can hit hard. So if she survives, he's gonna die in 3 seconds probably. As you can see, she kind of follow you really fast when you do shield charge, and well, if you do blink, it's gonna be the same. Okay, look at Brutus' life on the top. Okay, she didn't take damage because she was actually, the AI was actually staying quite far so that she could avoid taking damage, which is pretty good. But if on that slam she takes some damage, you can use the come to me skill, order to me skill, that basically allow you to save her, and so she's gonna heal as well. So okay, let me get Whirlwind Blades. Now when I want it, we can drop the shield now. Well, we're gonna drop it later, we don't really need it. But yeah, this is just to showcase a little bit, and in Act 1, as you can imagine, it's pretty easy, but don't trust me, Act 2 is gonna be pretty much the same. I didn't have... I have the Whirlwind Blades, so... Act 2 is gonna be pretty much the same. If you keep looking at the life of the mercenary on the top left, you will see that she doesn't really go down in life. So when you start seeing that she starts to take some hits, maybe it's because again there is some strange modifier on rare, or she got stuck somewhere, so you can call it to you and she will reposition and get back some life. If she dies, you can rest her, but she's not gonna be able to help you get in the zone where you are, so you might want to at that point, maybe I think if you reset the zone at that point, she will be back, but I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me on that, we haven't tested. But yeah. Now this area with the goat man is killing everybody. So if you're a dead gamer, for example, and you don't really care much about speedrunning the game and anything, you can use this strategy to level up your character, your second character, or maybe you had made a mistake on your build. You can level up a new character this fast, super easily. I mean, it's super fast. I'm trying to get faster to Merveil, and then I'm gonna go into our next topic, or better, the next part of the video. And I can show you some of these mercenaries and where you should pick them. Because I think there are a few options that can be cool. like now another thing that I was thinking, and another character that I might play, it's Blink Arrow Bama, basically. So it's a minion build, and I want to see how strong is the mercenary applied to a minion build. In particular, I want to see how strong is a mercenary that has minions, because yes, there are some summoner mercenaries as well in the game, and I want to see how that is gonna be into the build that already has minions like Bama. I want to test a lot of things, because I think this mechanic goes deeper than everybody thinks. I'm pretty sure at the moment people are starting to focus more on making the merc survive, or so this guy died immediately. So making the merc survive, or maybe getting more damage out of it. I've seen people using already end game stuff like Doriani's prototype and all the other super cool items, and that's fine, but you need to basically get to end game in campaign done, mapping and farming currency and getting. This is zero investment. Okay, I have a unique that probably costs 1 chaos right now. If it doesn't cost 1 chaos right now, by the time this video is up, it's gonna be 1 chaos, because the Iris Bite, this quiver here, yeah, maybe at league start might be a little bit expensive, but not really. It's a leveling item at the end of the day. It's useful for some Toxic Rain player. The Toxic Rain is not even a very popular build this league, so most likely it's gonna be a zero cost. Well, actually, I think we can give her a quiver. I don't know if she has a quiver. Oh no, well, I won't say. There was been a quiver. What I'm talking about, I was actually talking about the quiver. So, yeah, I want to show you some other stuff. Hold on. I want to come back next time on stream and show you how many characters I leveled up, but the thing is I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be able to play much of the game off stream. But by the end of this week it's very likely that I will have already all the classes level up to endgame, and maybe a couple of them in maps too. I'm still very conflicted to see which one is gonna be my main to bring to real endgame fighting bosses, the new bosses and stuff. At the moment I'm taking the game super chill, as I told you, because I had a very slow start with the panic mode because of my computer having troubles. But yeah, I'm trying to bring new content for you guys, and in particular for people that have been busy like me and that they didn't have the time to start the game immediately. Maybe they're coming, maybe they're people coming from my videos from Path of Exile 2, maybe they met me because of Path of Exile 2, they are giving a chance to Path of Exile 1, but they don't really know how to approach the game, and I'm trying to give ideas, and I think this is the healthy way of playing the game. Chill mode, without FOMO, without looking at... I mean, I follow a lot of content creators that are min-maxing the game to the T, but personally I find them more entertaining than anything. If you are having your own responsibilities, if you have a family, if you have friends, if you have a girlfriend, if you have just 2 hours a day to play, this game can be played. Yo, Ribellino, what's up? I was about to send you a clip, Ribellino, by the way, because I found... Actually, I will show you later. If you stay here in chat, I will show you in a bit something nice. Let me continue with my recording for the video on YouTube. So again, if you are playing the game only a few hours a day and you are actually playing the game in a healthy way, because I think that's the healthy way, you might want to have some advice from somebody that also takes the game the same way. And that's why I'm here, to provide help for everybody that want to enjoy the game and they don't want to feel pigeonholed into having to rush and to run and to do... Okay, Merveil. Let's see how she kills Merveil. Holy, the damage is really high. Dock Peak. Okay, if you wait a second after Merveil, I'm gonna show you something cool, Merveilino. Again, I haven't pressed any skill in this fight, also because I don't have proper skills, okay? The mercenary is doing everything for me. I'm just trying to survive and to dodge stuff, and she is killing it. If she's in trouble, I can call it to me, but again, she doesn't need me. She basically can clear the game by herself. And we are in Act 2 like this, guys. Pretty easy. We have 7 skill points unused. We used the previous one, but we haven't used... We have just put them randomly on the tree because of my ideas of what I want to play. But yeah, and we are now in a level 13 zone, where she's still killing it like when she was in level 3 zone. Toxic Rain is very powerful, and is one of the best skill in my opinion for leveling fast, I believe. Feels carried, man. I am super carried, and that's the point of this video. Getting carried by your mercenary and not caring. You can watch a movie while playing the game and it's not gonna feel bad at all. Now, as you can imagine, this goes on and on and on and on and on until you get to level 48. Well, I mean, I told you, level 30, you can swap to the other setup, which is from the toxicologist, you go to the kineticist. And the kineticist has a kinetic bolt with a 3 link. This can change, sometimes it's faster projectile, sometimes it's lower projectile, sometimes it's chain pierce. Usually it's chain and pierce. I've seen also faster casting. Most of them, they have flame wall and kinetic bolt, and they interact with each other. Also, if you're playing a projectile build, the flame wall from your mercenary can be very good. Sometimes she casts flame wall right in front of you, so it's gonna be pretty good for your projectile as well. She also has Inspiring Cry, by the way, which taunt nearby enemies. Funny, she is a caster, but she taunts enemies from you. And she grants you mana regeneration to yourself as well. So this is pretty good if you have mana sustain problem. But there is another guy, if I remember well, that has a better one, a better mana regen for the party. We're gonna try to check him later. Elemental weakness. She apply elemental weakness on enemies. You don't need to use your own elemental weakness. So, as I told you, this guy carried me. I had to do some work in Act 6, but yeah, she pretty much carried me through Act 4 and Act 5 pretty easily. Now, if we go to Act 2, okay, in Act 2, the places where you can find the best mercenary for you, I told you, it's pretty much level 20. So about the Val Ruin, Wetlands, Northern Forest. I think Northern Forest is probably the best, maybe the Caverns as well, because this is gonna give you the maximum min-max opportunities. So when you arrive from the beach to your the first town, Lionized Watch, immediately you will be able to equip your mercenary. So you don't need to wait, you need to level. If you want to take a level 23 mercenary, you will just need to kill a couple of monsters. And you see, this one, she put the flame wall. So if I was playing a projectile build, I could basically But again, I'm a level 48 Marauder. She's killing all the monsters for me. And we are in a level 21 zone, of course. So the gameplay is pretty much the same. Just to show you the idea. But I'm trying to find where is the mercenary now. So we can check the different possibilities we get. To give some ideas for people that want to try other combinations. So it's not here. Let me see. I might have trouble finding it. Now that I'm thinking, there might be a problem doing that. Maybe if the mercenary is too... If I am too high level for the zone, maybe the mercenary will not appear. I'm gonna check in the next zone if it's like that. If we can find the mercenary, and then we're gonna do a couple of try. I think they patched this. And that would be a shame. This means they will need to be mindful of your mercenaries while you're leveling up your first character. That's a little bit annoying. If they patch this, that would be sad, to be honest. I was hoping to become the Pokemon collector, that I could collect all the low-level mercenaries for my test. But I think there might have been some trouble with the way they were programmed. So most likely they changed it to appear only if they are within a certain level range. If I remember well, there was something like that, because somebody was abusing already the system. I hope they will find a better solution though, because it would be cool that you could go back and take your mercenary to organize it for your own leveling plans. You could go on your main character and find mercenaries that you want to play with, and then start your new run from a level 1 character with whatever mercenary you want. That would be really cool in my opinion. Let me try to explore this zone better. Maybe we will find it. If it's not here, then well, we will have to try another zone. And again, thank you for the min-maxer that they ruined the fun for everybody else, by the way. If you are trying to exploit the game most of the time gets worse. So that's unfortunate. By the way, what is that? What is that? Why I don't have that thing? But like now, level 23, this would be a good place to find a mercenary, but if we don't, that would be sad. Pretty sad if you don't find a mercenary in low zone. Yeah, I guess they removed them, so probably we can do another test. I think I heard it was like 10 level difference, so probably if we go in a level 38 zone we would be able to find it. So again, this will be a change. So basically what you need to do instead of taking your high level character and going back. You will need to have to care about planning your mercenaries while you're leveling up a character to make your next character have an easier life. I know it's annoying, but this was changed because some people were already min-maxing the fun out of it, and that's what we get. So if we go into level 38 zone, I'm level 48. I think in a level 38 zone we might find them. I think 10 level would be okay. I'm trying just to find the icon. As soon as I find the icon, I know. Wait, what? What is the exit here? Oh, I was looking somewhere else. So she is actually better than my character because I was distracted and she didn't die. I did. But by the way, where is the exit here? Okay, maybe we need to go in another zone because this one doesn't seem to work too well with all this path. It's in the harvest. Maybe the harvest would be a good place. There we go. So, level 40, we can find the mercenary. And so, for example, this one is Winter Deacon. And this is almost the thing that I wanted to show you, Ribellino. Okay. I will show you the thing that I wanted to show you, Ribellino, if you're here, say something. You're getting picked up. Ribe, say, are you here? Well, let me know once you're here, so I can show you. So this guy has Frost Shield, Valglacial Hammer, Ice Crush, Earthquake of Winter. So it's kind of a melee guy with Strength Int. It's probably gonna deal quite a lot of damage. With Arctic Armor also he can get a barrier that can chill enemies on hit. Cause less fire and physical damage while stationary. Purity of Ice, which gives cold resistance. So it's kind of a defensive cold damage melee guy, okay? This could be probably good in single target for some specific monsters that you want to kill, or if you're having trouble with your build in single target, you might choose him, okay? But another thing you can do, you can go to the waypoint, you can reset your zone. I don't know if it's gonna be there, maybe it's gonna be on another part of the same map. Let's see where he is appearing. But you could go and check multiple times in the same zone to find the mercenary that you want, because they should reset. If I remember well, they should reset. I tested this yesterday and it was working. So if we find him, maybe he's not here now, but maybe he's on the other side. We're gonna check. So maybe you find a mercenary that you don't like. You're looking for the Kinetic Blast one. The Kinetic Blast has this hand mercenary, this kind of banner, okay? So I don't really know now where that banner is from, if it's only in some specific zone on the campaign. It should be, there should be a connection between the zone that you explore and the mercenary that you find. And there you go. So there is a mercenary here. This one is the Reaper. This one has a fist with the chain. And this guy is Tunnelslam, Enrage, Bulk Cleave, Lipslam of Groundbreaking, Vitality, which is an aura that is going to be also useful for you, and Molten Shell. Another kind of tanky guy, melee guy, and actually with full gear, dual wielding, pretty cool. But let's try to find some more. If you're looking really for a bow guy or the kinetic blast, you can exile them. So there is an option I'm going to show you again. Maybe you come here, you exile him, so that you're not going to have any more strength mercenary. So you can basically exile the strength guy, and then you will have a few rounds to check in the same zone or in next zones to find other kind of exiles that could be dexterity or intelligence, or a mix of them, because they come also with mixed skill, mixed favorite attributes. So we can reset the zone again and see who's gonna be the next one we find. This one is the kineticist, you see? So the third time I reset the zone. Wow, this one gives you also haste, which, I mean, it's pretty good. So it's level 40, which means that at level 20, if you were using the strategy I told you, you could ditch the guy at level 20 that was carrying you from the beginning and take this one from level 20 going on up to level even 60, maybe. But maybe you will find a better one later on. But it's a level 40 guy, strength, dexterity, int. This guy likes it all. And she has, well, the gear is not too bad. The fire. And she has elemental weakness, flame wall, greater kinetic blast, with lesser elemental damage with attacks and lesser critical chance. Barrage, inspiring cry, and haste. I mean, this guy I would pick. Now, be careful, because these guys, when you challenge them, they can be pretty tough. They can hit very hard. So be careful once you try to attempt that. But now, this was it from me for this video. Don't forget to follow, to subscribe, to follow my pages. I stream every night on Twitch, I stream on Kick, I stream on YouTube. You can find me on my social. And if you appreciate the content that I provide for new players, in particular for players coming from Path of Exile 2, and there's chill vibes that we have in our community, the Pasta Boys, you can join us. The doors are open. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace. Hello, Exile and new Exile coming from a different ARPG. This is MordredOG and another video that is coming for you, boys. Another video after the first 12 hours playtime that we had in this league. Very late league start. If you want to know why, I explained in the video that I just posted today. The previous video that I posted today. So yeah, we took it chill. We didn't really we didn't go all in. We just wanted to take it chill, test the new mercenary stuff. But now we are almost at the end of the campaign. After yesterday long stream that I had, about 7 hours stream, I tried to speedrun it a little bit more. And then I decided to stop because I wanted to know what to do with the content that I provide to you. So say thank you, because I haven't played the game, just because I wanted to be live and do it live with you. And also because I want to talk to you about a secret strategy that you can use to get some currency, and some important currency that you will use later on in your league, and it's gonna boost your league start tremendously. Let's get my Templar, actually my Inquisitor, into play, and let me show you. This is gonna be okay. Crush. I'm gonna redo the intro actually. I'm gonna redo the intro. You don't really know what is about to happen. You don't. But if you're a new player, Path of Exile, you are in the right place, because today I'm gonna give you the secret for a good league start. I'm gonna give you the secret for a good leads. Non riesco a dirlo. I'm gonna give you the secret for a good league start. What you're going to do will change everything for your build. It will make you rich. Filthy rich. Welcome to MordredOG, the channel that is made for newbies, made by newbies. Only 8,000 hours of gameplay for me. So basically a new guy in the game. And today we play Path of Exile, Secrets of the Pasta, and we are almost at the end of the campaign. Yeah, we took it chill. We didn't really want to rush it through. But what we're gonna do now is gonna be useful for everybody in the Pasta Boys, all the community. And you will see after I'm making my tea. So be right back. Ribellino, you're back. So I can show you. All right, Ribe, I found you today. I found you today. I found you today. Where is it? Let me... Hold on. You were in the game, Ribellino. You were right in the game. Need to find it. Can I find you? It was before Merveil, I'm pretty sure. That guy that I found was literally you. It was using all your skills from the famous, infamous from Maga, the Maga build. That is it. There we go. Ribe, I introduced you to yourself. Vika the Anxious, it's you. Frostbomb, Frostwall, Frostbolt, Frostbleed. This is you. When I saw it, I said, okay, Ribellino, the Ribellino's build is in the game. Here we go. So if you were imagining that your build was off meta, GGG thought that your build was actually cool enough to have a specific archetype on one of the mercenary. I would be happy, because your build, nobody was playing it. You started a trend. Maybe more people now will try to copy this and they will make their own build, but you were the first. You were the first one to do it. Ciao Freddy, what's up? I'm gonna get a tea, guys. I'll be right back. So, BRB. And we are back, boys. We are back. Now it's time to keep going with the video. So, of course, there is another crash. Why wouldn't be? I should update my driver. Yeah, right. I will never do that again. But probably the DirectX 11 that GG has disabled, it was for a reason, because they knew that it's behaving really poorly. So stop right there, boys. Stop right there, ladies and gentlemen. I said stop right there. Where are you going? This is gonna be the most important video you have ever seen. If you're a new player to Path of Exile, if you're coming from Path of Exile 2, if you have no idea what is happening in this game, if you don't know how to make money, make currency, what is the currency, what is the gold for, what are those items that I'm picking up? Don't worry, I'm here for this. And I'm here to give you some secrets on how to be profitable and to have an amazing league start. Welcome to MordredOG on Twitch, on Kick, on YouTube, at home at the moment as well, everywhere. Welcome to the Pasta Boys, the most amazing community ever existed on Twitch. Today, I'm gonna give you the secrets, the secret sauce that you put on the pasta, the sauce that you want, the good sauce. And in order to do that, we're gonna get into the game with our Inquisitor. And what are we gonna do? We leveled up and we arrived at the end of Act 8. We are in Act 9 at the moment. But you don't really need to go that far. It actually, the thing that I'm gonna show you is gonna be, you can start as soon as in Act 6. So when you arrive in Act 6, you will start finding some items called Rogue's Marker. You will pick those from the ground like everything else. There are a million different kind of currencies and globes and little things, and you will pick this and will say, okay, creates a portal to the Rogue Harbor from a town or hideout. Used currency for services in the Rogue Harbor. What does that mean? It makes no sense, right? Well, guys, this is gonna be the most valuable currency you're gonna get in order for you to make more money. So if you think gold is good for making money, it actually is. But we're gonna see that in another video. Rogue markers are gonna be your first important currency that you will get in order to start a loop that will grant you a lot of Chaos Orbs, maybe some Divines, some Exalted Orbs, and so on. And how are you gonna do this? Well, let me show you, for everybody that's new, for people coming from Path of Exile 2, and they want to understand what is this new mechanic that I hope is gonna be introduced in Path of Exile 2 as well, because I personally like it a lot. So, you right click on one of these rogue markers, and as you can see, there is a portal that opens up. You can do this pretty much everywhere, but as it's said, in hideout or cities and whatever. And you have this cool screen, by the way, and you arrive in a new city. This one is the Rogue Harbor, where you find, well, at the moment it's a little bit empty, but there are a few people, like this guy, like this lady, and so on. You will talk to this lady that will have a quest for you, and this quest will provide you with an item. Well, you talk with everybody with a exclamation mark on their head. This lady will provide you with an item that you will have to use with this other lady. This one is gonna be like your, kind of like your map device in Path of Exile 2, more or less. When you talk to her, you will give that item, but if you played the game in Act 5, in Act 6 for a little bit, you probably will find these contracts also on the ground. As you can see, I have level 45, level 54, level 58, level 61. Let's try and do
Well, deception. Let's try brute force, okay? So the thing you need to know is that this works like pretty much it's like a hit. You need to get these guys that are on the city. You prepare the heist. You prepare the contract inside here. As you can see, you will have to organize a team, and team of one guy that will accompany you. In this case, we have Tibbs, level 1, brute force. So he's specialized in breaking things, pretty much, okay? And as you can see, can unlock 1 mechanical chest after lockdown per wing. This will probably not really matter much for you, but whatever. Let's confirm him and let's start the contract. Pretty easy, right? This is where the fun part starts, because this is a special kind of map where you enter always from a specific door. As you can see, it's quite a big zone and there are some enemies, but there is an alert level on the bottom of the screen. As long as you kill enemies, the alert level will not go up or down, okay? So you don't really need to care much about that. But when you will start to open these chests here, like this ornate chest and other chests you will find on the pathway, see, my alert level just got up for a little bit. The good thing is that whenever you highlight with your mouse cursor, well, if you open this door, this will call for Tibbs to use his special skills, which is brute force, as we said, and he's gonna break into it. Be careful, because whenever he's gonna break the door, don't just rush into the zone, because most likely there will be enemies behind. You will see through, so you will see the enemies behind. If you rush too fast, you might get nuked by some of the caster or some specific legion and stuff. As I was saying, in this door there are special rewards. So instead of the chest that you see on here of the map, on this part of the map, like this small chest that I opened before, the bigger rooms, they have this antique chest, for example. And as you can see, if you hover on this chest, you can see how much alert level you're gonna spend, pretty much, in order to open this. Once you leave 100, the zone will go on a countdown and it will be in lockdown after a little bit, and that's important for later. So I found a unique item, I found stuff. Note for everybody, this item you find, even the one I got before, even the item on the ground and everything, they have a special tag called contraband on the bottom, which means you cannot use them while you are here. In order to use them, or in order to sell them, in order to do whatever, you need to get out of this. The good thing is, well, this applies to everything, first of all. So this applies to currency as well. So if you find Chaos Orb, and if you have already a pile of Chaos Orbs in your inventory, for example, and you find new Chaos Orbs, you will still need to get out of the zone first in order to make those Chaos Orbs tradable or usable by you, okay? So they're kind of locked inside your inventory until you get out of here in one piece. This is because if you die in this place, you will drop those contraband items to the ground. I don't think it's written anywhere, but basically, if I die here, these 2 items, and also this scroll of wisdom, by the way, and this gem, they will all fall on the ground. Now, the good thing is, until the alert level reaches lockdown, if I die and my items are going on the ground, I can come back in from the same portal and I can pick them up again. So if for whatever reason my build is not good, or I'm making a mistake, or I'm getting through a trap, because there might be a trap, for example, and I die, I could also try to die, but I have some experience, I don't want to die. From metallic fossil. So if there is something happening to your character and he dies, the items will go on the ground, but you will be able to get back into it and pick them up once again. You will have to kill the monster that killed you, and you will be able to collect the items. The good thing is that I'm trying to show you. Before I want to clear the zone, so I'm gonna open this one. That is not gonna give us much of an alert. You see, Tibbs is gonna try to help you for a little bit, but most likely you will have to deal the most of the damage. But we have also our own mercenary here, so we are actually 3 people in this zone. So I would say we got a buff on heist this league, because usually there would be only me and Tibbs. Now there is me, Tibbs, and my mercenary. So +1 to the team. Pretty good. As you finish this zone, you arrive. Well, let's open this chest as well. It's not gonna open. It's not gonna do much to the alert level. When you finish the area, you arrive here. But before opening this and talking about the Golden Headspal idol, I want to tell you what happened if you simply do what is fair to do. So instead of caring much about going through the whole thing and risking your item the more you go through, you could just go back to the entrance. I'm gonna get back to the entrance as fast as I can, and I'll show you magic. So you get back to the entrance, to the stairs here, and as you can see, they're still open. The alert level is back to 0 because this is like of a safe zone, and you can go back to the Rogue Harbor through the portal. So wait, how is this possible? Look, the items are not contraband anymore. I can identify them. I can put them in my stash. Magic, right? So this way you can get a lot of items from these contracts. Even if you don't finish them, even if your build is not able to face what's happening next. Yes, because I show you how babies do heist. But in the next part of the video, I will show you how men do heist, okay? So, if you're a baby, if you really don't want to, if you are okay just getting bubble currency and stuff, fine, let's go this way. You get your item, you steal from blind people, basically, because those monsters there, they're not really that scary. Easy peasy, you get out, you get your money, and you go to the next one. Now, if you go through the whole thing of the heist, I'll show you what happened. That's a different story, because this was pretty simple, and as you can imagine, what is the point of putting some random chest through a very simple layout dungeon where basically there is no danger, no bad situation that can happen to us, and we just get free money? That is not how GGG does this kind of things. Remember when I show you that we got at the end of the dungeon here, right? So this icon here on the map, and this curio, the Golden Headspal idol, with the phrase that I never read in my life, but I'm gonna do it now because I'm stalling on YouTube. I found the tomb. I found the tomb in the first place, and they had the nerve to empty it without me. Reckon it'll make a fine trophy for my efforts. And it says, can be exchanged with Faustus, the fence in the Rogue Harbor. So, if you click once, you crack the screen. Now, this is not really a great showcase, but I will show you later another one. Once you click again, you pick the item, and as you see, the lockdown starts. So basically now, the layout of the zone that you just went through changes, and the doors, if you open them, or if they were already open, they closed, and you need to use tips once again to get through. This can be kind of dangerous sometimes, because there will be situations where I don't know if it's gonna happen in such a low level, but there will be situations where you kind of will find infinite waves of enemies getting through. So the thing you have to do, don't panic, just try to... I'm doing it really fast for somebody that will be new, so if it's you, for example, this guy, the backbreaker, this might be kind of dangerous if it's high level zone, for example. But again, as you see, when he dies, he gives some good items on the ground that you might want to use. And there are also these rare monsters following you. So if your build cannot really kill them, don't panic, don't worry, just run the way through, run the way back, try to find the fastest way to go back. Try not to get stuck into doors if you can. If you see that there is a door with monster like here, okay? If there are monsters behind, do not open it immediately. Try to clear the area or try to go around a little bit before calling tips for opening it. And once you're here, the road is open, just don't care much about everything else and get to the exit. And this will make the zone go boom. So we actually finish our first contract, we complete our first contract. Tips got 137 brute force experience. Yeah, because the guy can level up as well. And we easy peasy got through it. But also we got this idol now that we can exchange with Faustus. This Faustus guy, by the way, not the one in King's March. This guy here, there are two different Faustus. Well, it's the same Faustus, but this one in here is the Faustus that works for the Rogue Harbor, while the Faustus in King's March works for the King of King's March. There is some lore behind, and I think Faustus is kind of a piece of shit, but I'm not completely sure. Go check Kitten Cat Noodle. She's great at lore stuff, and you should check her out if you want to know more about what happened in the story of the game. But yeah, Faustus, double agent. He works for the Rogue Harbor, he works for the Kings. He's kind of against the Kalguran, so don't trust this guy. Anyway, when I give it the item, give Faustus the item, he gives me back the rogue marker. So I spent some rogue marker to hire tips while I was here. Well, we can try again to see how many, because I forgot to check it out before. So if I get another contract for agility, for example, and it's pretty easy when you find the contract. If you see, for example, now I have an agility one, level 1, and you see that everything is written in white. But for example, I have, Deception is level 1 written in red. Why? Because I don't have one of the rogue guys in the Rogue Harbor that has the Deception skill. You will unlock those by running more contracts. So the more contracts you run, there is also a pattern to run some specific different kind of contracts so that you will unlock the character and going on. Then this lady here, Cry, will give you some other contract for a special quest. Adia will give you some other contract for the special quest. So if you get through the whole heist story, it's kind of long, but it's kind of worth it as well, because your character will level up and they will be able to do this thing, prepare for Grand Heist. And Grand Heist can be very profitable because they can provide you with some special unique item that can only be found there. And this special unique item, in particular, replica Aberon Warpath, it's one of the most important items for one of the most important melee build in the game, which is Molten Strike of the Zenith. So, long story short, why I'm telling you all of this if you're a newbie? I don't know, I'm just giving you some generic information of how deep this game can get. But also for you that you are a new player, or if you are not a new player but you never saw anything about this mechanic because you skipped it every time, fine. That's the best way to learn the game. If you take one mechanic every league, you will then start to getting all of them together and you will build up your experience in the whole game itself. But don't let me sidetrack. How we can profit from this? Well, first of all, the rogue markers themselves. Now I have only 1,600, but Let me open up a tool called Awakened PoE Trade. This tool is going to be pretty interesting for you. If you don't know it, you can download it. I'll leave a link in the description. It's completely fine if you use it. Everybody use it. It's not. It's an overlay that basically allows you to check prices on screen instead of having to go on the trade website. So if I check on these items, you see, I see how many rogue markers can be sold for how many chaos or divine orbs, for example. And for now, I think it's 1 chaos every 800 rogue markers, as you can see from... wait, let me try to show... Wait, no. Let me try to show you this part here from here. 1 to 800, 1 780, 3, 2000 and 300. So pretty much you can sell for 800 rogue markers 1 chaos. So at the moment I'm having about 2 chaos of rogue markers. So first of all, you could sell the rogue markers if you farm the contracts themselves. But also, of course, I show you all the loot that you get inside of the heist. And all these things like agility, engineering, and deception, they actually do not drop the same kind of thing. Most of the time, the contracts that are more profitable, that can give you more raw currency, so more chaos orbs, more exalted orbs, and also stacked decks that can be, in particular early of the league, that can be exchanged for quite a good amount of money. Those contracts, they are mostly coming from demolition, perception, and lockpicking. These 3 are the ones that you want to run. Now, demolition is similar to Tibbs in a way. You need to wait for the guy to slam through the door, or make... actually, it's not like he's not slamming through the door, but he's like building an explosive and then he's making the door blow up. It takes a little bit longer than lockpicking and perception. It is quite faster. The guys are quite faster at dealing with the doors. But pretty much the story is always the same. I'm gonna try to show you another one. Maybe we can see engineering. We go for agility, because I think agility also, it's kind of underrated. We go for an agility one. This one. Also, if you have some regret orbs, sorry, scouring orbs, and if you have some yellow contract, I advise you to just use the scouting orb on the contract itself. I'm not going to do it because this one is just level 61, so I'm probably going to do it later on once I have the rogue guy. So, but if you have some contracts that are on your own kind of level and they have a lot of modifier, it doesn't really matter if you do them yellow, like in this case rare, or you just do this, okay? It's not really gonna change much. Do it white, less troubles for your character, less negative modifier for your character, more fun. And yeah, let's try to do an agility one to show you once again. This one is a very low level, 54. What you can do also, that I forgot to say, once you have done some contracts and if you finish them and you don't find them in maps, you can also buy them. Every time you level up, this guy called Wakano will sell you contract of your level. So I'm level 60 and this guy is selling me contract for my own level. So as I said, I want perception, is going for 1 alchemy orb, and then I got for an orb of chance brute force, I don't care, brute force, I don't care. Another perception for another alchemy orb, I will think about that. I want to spend too many alchemy orb, but there is a demolition. Demolition could be good, so I'm gonna take the demolition one. I could also pick other different, like lockpicking as well, but this one is a level 2. I still don't have a level 1 lockpicking rogue guy, so I'm not gonna buy it now, but maybe I will pick it later on. Yeah, pretty much these are the contracts. Later on, again, later in the game, once you find a lady called Janna, which is an amazing lady, by the way, my favorite rogue girl, you want to do deception contracts, because with her and with another guy called Vindiri, you will unlock the blueprints reveal thingy. So I have a blueprint that I found during the campaign, and as I told you, this blueprint are a little bit different from contract, and they allow you to get some special items as well. This blueprint here says prohibited library, It's require lockpicking, deception, and engineering. Yes, because in this blueprint you will be able to go through with multiple of the guys that you will unlock for the single contracts. And this one has 3 wings, and only one of those rings is revealed. So if I go through reveal here, I can put the contract in here, and you see it's gonna show you the layout pretty much with all different kind of items that you can get more or less, pretty much as I show you inside the game, inside the map. And then you can also use this to reveal this wing or this wing. Of course, it costs, in this case, 2,600 to reveal this wing, 2,600 as well to reveal this wing. You can also go through without revealing the wing, but, well, it's better if you reveal them, because otherwise you'll not be able to take advantage of all the 3 wings, but you only will be able to go through one. But yeah, you can go through the thing once you're revealed, and then after this is revealed, you can get to this other lady in the planning room. And there is a big planning room here. You put the contract here and you choose which guy to follow you in the contract. As you can see, I can only choose between the guys for the 1 wing, because this one is not having all the 3 wings revealed. If I was having all the 3 wings revealed, there would be 3 different maps, and I could pick up for 3 people for each wing that can follow. Anyways, this was just a generic full idea on how this works. As I told you, let's get through the next contract, so I'll give another showcase. I hope I'll be able to find in the agility thing some good stuff. Well, here we have this icon has essences. In a low level contract, essences will not be great, to be honest. Maybe you can... okay, that's perfect. I died. I didn't know how I died, but I died. As you can see, I picked up the Cobalt Jewel, I died, and the Cobalt Jewel went back on the ground. No biggie, because I didn't finish the contract, so I wasn't in lockdown. I can go back inside it. I can go back into the thing, and I can go pick up that orb. I was trying to look at... Okay, as you can see, the Cobalt Jewel is still there. I can get through here, I can open this, I can get these essences, even if, again, they're not really worth picking probably at this point. As you can see here, it's a little bit different. It's not a door, but it's like kind of a trap. Don't go through it because you will die. You take the agility lady that will do a kind of... what was it? It was Ocean's 11 or something like that, where there was the guy with the nice music going through the lasers. That's pretty much the same thing. And then you go through the other corridor that is now open. You get through, you pick as many ornate as you can. You see Chaos Orb. You will find a lot of this through the ornate. I wanted to show you another layout though, because I don't think we'll be able to find the safe, which are another source of your money. But yeah, now I didn't pick up all the small ornate. It's not really important though. Now, no, we don't have the safe in here. I'll try to find a contract that has the safe, so I can show you also another different end room that can have some stuff that you might miss. Don't miss it because it's pretty important. But then I break that glass, I get the idol, I get back to where I was coming from. One thing that I found also, and that's the power of Janna, that you will find later on if you decide to do this mechanic. Oh, well, don't open that, it doesn't matter. Yeah, one thing that I found, I think is only the perception, no, the deception. The deception contract are the only one, the only contract that allow you, pretty much once you get to the end room and you start the lockdown, I think that's the only one that keeps the door open, so you don't have to reopen every door. If I remember well, that's the only one. So if you do deception, it's very fast. It's less of a trouble to get through the whole doors. As you can see now, hack has a question mark because we have done, we found hack actually. I didn't even check, I was just going through the game. But yeah, through doing that agility contract, now we found hack. So now hack, if you want to check what specialities everybody have, here we have Isla that has the whole inventories of everybody. So hack is a lockpicking guy, brute force, demolition, and engineering. Isla herself is engineering and trap disarmament. Karst is lockpicking, perception, and agility. And if I remember well, no. It's hack is the important one, because hack gives you 10% increased experience, which is gonna be good because you wanna level up to get more control for Volcano, and you start to understand where we are going with this. And there is tips, there is brute force and demolition. So you start building up your roster the more contract you do. And this is it pretty much. You get through the whole contract. When you finish the contract, you buy them from Wakano, and you keep going like that. Now, I want to see if I can find Crimson Scribe. Probably would be a good one. Let's see. I think that'd be a good one. Don't remember. Okay, let's see if I can show you another little thing that is gonna add you quite a lot of currency, even if it can feel like a small thing. But trust me, every league I get so many Chaos Orb from there. And if you skip it because you don't know it, can feel really bad. Okay, so these items, well, whatevs. I'm going to, okay, we sell this to Wakano in the meantime. Another 600.
I hope I get to use my contraptions.
There we go. We are in here. I think this might be the right place to show you what I mean. Not every zone has the same end room, okay? So here we have this icon that I don't remember what it is, to be honest, so don't ask me. We can also skip it. I want to show you something specific, by the way. Also, I forgot to say, your friends, your funny little criminals, they can be equipped with special items. In the screen when I show you Isla that had all the skills of each one, you can also give them items, and that is basically gonna be important for you as well, because some of these items can make them go faster during when they use their own skill. Some of the item can give some damage to you as well, to the party members as well, and I guess also to your mercenary. So again, new buff to Heist at the end of the day. I suppose Heist is getting kind of some love from the ad of the mercenary this way. Okay, this is the place I wanted to show you, is one of them. There are a few different layouts, but it's pretty much at the end of the zone. You see that we don't only have the special glass with the curio, but we have also two safes. If you open the safe, most of the time you will get a Chaos Orb from here. Well, in this case I got a card, Reign of Chaos. I didn't get a Chaos, but close enough, I would say. Most of the time, I would say 60% of the time I get at least one Chaos Orb for one of these two. Sometimes I got also Divine, by the way. So don't forget to open those before opening this. If you open this before, those safe will go in lockdown and you would not be able to open them. So before opening the curio, open those and then open the curio. And I think that's it, guys. I think I gave you pretty much the whole rundown of a Heist for beginners, really beginners. The mechanics can become addictive. I would say many in the community are split. Some people hate this community. Well, my mercenary just died here, so I suppose, well, some people really hate Heist because they don't like going through doors, because maybe they had bad memories when at the beginning this mechanic was very hard also. I think it's not this difficult. Yeah, it's not that difficult if you're paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. I thought the trap was disarmed and I died. But yeah, the mechanic is not difficult in general. I was getting through too easily and I got distracted. But anyways, on this note, that is perfect to end the videos. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can have more fun laughing at how bad I am at the game. And don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, on Kick, on YouTube, everywhere. MordredOG and the Pasta Boys coming for you, helping you with the game, helping you with secret strategies and everything. I hope you had an amazing day and I'll see you in the next one. Peace! Oh my god, doing videos, it's such a job. Anyways, we got to heist part and I wanted to do the video, so now I have a video for heist, a video for how leveling with the mercenary can be easy. That is my expanded strategy of mercenaries that probably it doesn't work anymore, but we will see.
How do you say? Well, Fred, you will not. I will not have your view now because you saw it already live. Too bad, but I mean, if you could just let it go once I send it to you, just let it go, even if you saw it already. Just let it go so that you give me one view. Thank you. I appreciate that. By the way, today I saw how's the name? The moderator of Patricia Official. Martin Mad Martin. Martin something. What is the name again? Crazy Martin. Martin anyway, Martin. He started making video as well. He made a video talking about the microphones they were gifted by Patricia Official. He was making like a review. Serious Martin. Yeah, the video, and I saw the video. It was kind of weird because I don't know if he was trying to sponsor the microphone or he was trying to make fun of the company of the microphone. So I didn't understand if it was a serious sponsor or it was a fun sponsor against the microphone. I don't know. It sounded very, very weird. It happened on my timeline. I was like, okay, that's cool. So, back to our build now that we can play the game. Go to Secret Cult, exactly. We have 2 points. We can get life, but we don't really need life. We have so much life. By the way, did I show you, Fred, that I have already a Marauder level 50 that I level up today with my secret strat? The other video, you arrived on the second video. You didn't see the first one. You want to join Mord Secret Cult? It's the Pasta Boys. Freddy, you are part of the Pasta Boys. You are part of the Mord Secret Cult. So, with cookies and bitches, of course. We don't do blackjack. Maybe on Kick, but... no, not even on Kick. But yeah, we don't do blackjack. So, I want to get through this build now, if I can. All the nodes there and there, it's everything okay. We need to get through this. And no, the nodes are very boring now. We need to get so many stats because we need to go all the way here and then down here. To coordination. Damn. Okay. I should do lab, by the way. I haven't done lab. I get fanaticism, that which I don't really know what it is. Fanaticism grants spell. You cast yourself 75% more cast speed, 75% reduced cost, and 75% increased arrow effect. Seems powerful. Seems pretty good. Let's get to the lab then. And then we do some heist. Let's do lab first. Yeah, I already have a Marauder level. Yeah, I already have a Marauder level about 50, 47 or something.
48 maybe. I don't. No, 48 probably. Yeah, because I was trying before. Pretty good. I leveled him up super easily with the mercenary. I spoil you what you're gonna see in the video. Because I still have the level 20 mercenary and the level 49 mercenary, that is this lady here that is following me now. I basically I can level up all the characters now before I want to get to endgame with more mercenaries to test. Because if I substitute my low level mercenary now, I will not be able to get them with my bigger character. They have changed it because, of course, Lily, and not only Lily, but I think she found it from somebody else and then she made a video of it. Not even 12 hours, not even 24 hours, I think, from league start. Lily found out in Quarry that there is a mercenary that is spawning always in the same place, close to the waypoint. So she was farming the same mercenary on level 70 character, and she was farming the same guy over and over to get pieces, to get chaos orb, to get currency. And not even 24 hours, GG changed the way it works, and now mercenary will not appear if your level is 10 higher than the zone. So for example, now I'm level 50, I'm level 60. If I'm getting to, oh my god, I don't even know why I'm here. Why I'm here? Jesus! Okay, I need to pay attention. Classic quarry, exactly, that's what everybody said. The quarry is always the trouble. But yeah, what I mean, I need to focus on the, that was embarrassing to die there, but what I mean is, before, you could go in a zone and reset the zone and find in the mercenary that you wanted. So if I was level 60, going in a level 20 zone, I could get my mercenary for leveling that I would have used on my new level 1 character, okay? Now you can do that anymore. So if you want to have a level 20 mercenary, you need to level up a character up to level 20 or maximum 30, and then you can get the farm that guy in that zone. So until you are level 30, if you're level 31, the guy in that zone will not appear anymore. So this, in my opinion, is bad. It's once again people min-maxing the fun out of the game, and GGG, like every company, and they see that people make this stupid kind of min-max, they found a solution that is not fun, because I was expecting to be able to test more for the leveling as well, and I could use my Pokemon mercenaries and try the War Priest, trying the melee guy, trying the healer, the summoner. Now I can only do that in kind of endgame, and this is also why I am happy that I didn't change, that I didn't substitute my early game one, this one, well, this one, the other one, that is level 20, because before you arrived, I took a shadow from the beach. I've done the whole Act 1 without pressing one skill. So my Toxic Rain level 20 mercenary did the whole content without me doing literally anything. She have done the bosses, she have done Brutus, she has killed Marvale. I haven't pressed a skill. And I think that can be fun once you are on a second character, then make it more fun for you to level up. But if you don't allow people to get the mercenaries that you want to level up, that's something that not everybody can do anymore. And I've been wise, and I actually imagine that that mercenary could have been useful later on, but okay, I need really to focus this third time. What the fuck am I doing? Why am I going through all the traps? It's probably not even required. I don't know what I'm doing. So the two mercenaries that I have reserved, they will stay in my stable for a long time, until I think sooner or later, and maybe later we check the patch notes. But I suppose they will increase them, in particular because of this change they have done. I believe they cannot leave us with only 3 slots for mercenary. They need to give us some more. 3 now, if you could farm all of them that you want, even low level and everything, 3, it's annoying, but it's kind of okay. But now that you can only find mercenaries that are 10 level or higher or lower than you, that makes it very little. 3, like a very little kind of number. So I hope they will increase the number of mercenaries that you can store, so that we can test more stuff.
By the goddess, what ambition! Only one of your lessons was complete.
We probably don't have time to find a better solution. I'm sure that's the reason. I know that's the reason, because they did it in less than 24 hours. They basically made this change in less than 24 hours, which is weird. It could have limited the kind of items you can farm. Yes, exactly. I've seen screenshots of broken items of mercs. Oh, absolutely. There are some items that are insane. Like, even low level. Sometimes you find in a low level zone some mercs with some items that are broken as fuck. And the thing is, they are also tough as fuck. So if you try to steal their item, they will kill you immediately. I've seen today Palsteron, which has an endgame build, and he exploded immediately after he killed he tried to get, I think it was a wand or something. So 200 DPS, yes. I saw a 400 something on Act 2. Act 2, there was a 400 DPS axe, I think. Like, insane. 400 elemental DPS. It's just broken. But, you know, that's also the fun part of the game. If you start blocking down the thing, and I understand if they have to do it because they need time to find a better solution. So if they communicate though that, that's different. But if they just say, okay, from now on it's like this, I don't know. I hope they will not make this mercenary thing die, but they can expand on that, because this, in my opinion, is one of the most fun experiences we are having, even if they're very tough. And in maps, I heard people in maps is chain dying. They're trying to avoid the mercenaries most of the time because they destroy your character. If you don't, even if you have a very tanky character, they just one-shot you. And again, the other problem here is if they nerf the mercenaries against you, they will nerf their damage also once they are with you. I don't know if I like that. I like them to be probably deadly, so that once you use them, they are useful, compared to having them be easy, and then once you hire them, it basically makes no difference. I guess that's sensible, right? Because if you try to fight them, you want to fight them because you want to hire them or you want to get one of their items, but mostly because you want to hire them and having them with you, complement your build and everything. If you make them worthless, then it's only stealing their item. I don't think it's good gameplay and good game design. That's gonna become old very soon. It's gonna be basically like any other mechanic. It's just instead of having a chest, you have a guy that is basically a walking chest, okay? And I hope they're not going through the easy way and they make it just walking chest that they have no power, because that would be stupid. They need to have some relative power that can be pretty good, actually. And I hope also they will introduce more mercenaries with more broken bullshit. Maybe in some influenced map, they could give us influenced Tartarus special heroes. That would be amazing. Like, that are super hard, but they can give you unique combo of skills. That would be crazy. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I hope it's gonna happen. If they do something like that, holy, imagine, that will make this league probably the best league, the top 3 best league. They have some good auras. Today I found one with a haste aura. I knew there would have been some guy with a haste aura. Today I found the first guy ever with haste aura. I thought for a while that maybe they didn't put it in the game for them, but yeah, today I found the guy with haste aura. And he was a kinetic guy like the one that I'm having, but it was level 40, so my guy is level 49. I didn't pick her up. Mogul is using Merc that gives him wrath. Yes, he also unnerves enemies. Yes, yes, yes. My guy here does elemental weakness as well. Yeah, elemental weakness, flame wall. Flame wall. If you have a flame wall, also she uses it pretty well. I saw that most of the time she put flame wall in front of me, even if I don't have projectiles, so it doesn't really matter. But she used it, and yeah, that's pretty cool. But Waggle is the guy that does. Waggle is the guy that plays with other people, right? He is kind of known as a multiplayer. No, how's it called? Party player, right? Is that the guy? I'm curious to see. I haven't checked what the party players are doing. I'm curious to see what they're doing. Ah, it's HCSSF. Oh, okay. Who's the guy that does party play? Because I saw somebody posting something like, maybe on Twitch as well, like abusing Merc to farm stuff, and they were party playing. I'm curious to see what the party play is. Like even MP, they were party playing this league, so I don't know what they have done, but I imagine with the Merc they can do crazy shit. If they find some good combination with 6 players and 6 mercenaries, they can find some crazy combination. Holy. I need to check him. He's probably gonna have some videos on, but I didn't have time today, so tomorrow I will probably try to check once I finish with my real life obligation. Yeah, tomorrow I have some important stuff to do for work, so yeah, I hope it's gonna be very well, so I'll be able to stream very happy tomorrow. So yeah, most likely today I'm not gonna be that late yet. Probably tomorrow we will finish the campaign and get into maps easily once I am done with all my real life stuff. Today I will just chill a little bit, do the lab now, and check some other things. I mean, we have damage with this build. I thought I wasn't having much defenses, but also I wasn't ascending, which is also another big part. I still need to find items and stuff. But yeah, I think we have damage. It's not really bad. We can get to maps with this pretty easily. Let's see if we can get the snaking for my other character. Red gem. We need a red gem for volcanic fisher. Skill swirl storm. Give me snaking. Earthquake of amplification. Frozen legion of rallying. Common stall golem of safeguarding. Okay, we want to get the golems because maybe this will be worth something. But unfortunate, we didn't get the snaking. And we get the instrument of zeal. So me see if this gem is worth something. 3 chaos! Holy! Stone Golem takes portion of the melee damage you receive from enemies hits from its life before yours. In addition to its melee attack, the Stone Golem uses a rolling charge and powerful slam that can taunt enemies. Maximum 1 Stone Golem, minions have 50, less maximum life. Golems grant 15% of melee damage is taken from your Stone Golem's life before you. 3 chaos. Not really worth it. Let's complete some of the zone that I left behind now that we are here to Vilenta. Let's do the boring stuff and to take a couple of more skill points from there. Superior Incinerate, holy. More rogue markers, yes please. I need to do contrast though, so we're gonna go in heist after this. I hope you like heist, Freddy, because I love it personally. And actually, as I was doing the video, I realized it's kind of buffed, because now you get into heist with 2 guys instead of 1. That's something. So you always have your mercenary with you, and not only the rogue guy. That's pretty cool. Nobody mentioned that, but it's actually heist buff. Oh shit. 100% more helper. Exactly, it's a buff. Oh my god. The porcupine are always deadly, even if I'm 2 levels higher, or 3. It's not a lot, but... The porcupine... I think these porcupine are more deadly than the one that you find in Path of Exile 2. In Path of Exile 2, I think I never died from a porcupine, but these guys here, these are something else. I was expecting the porcupine in Path of Exile 2 to be as deadly, but I never even died once from them. But these guys are always a trouble. Then after these things we're gonna check. I want to check some videos if there is any clips, funny stuff. I haven't checked it today. Library item. Oh my god. Ah, I got on my Marauder. Once I was done, basically, and I was in Act 7, I got Wood Splitter. But it was already way... Ooh! This is a Chaos! Holy! Level 58, Stealthy at the Depraved. Bane, Temporal Chains, Altar of Chaos. Create a profane altar which continuously deals chaos damage over time to enemies around it. Essence Drain of Wickedness. Please pressure apply damage over time debuff when it hits, healing the caster proportion of the debuff damage. Wither. Damn, this is good. If you have an Essence Drain guy, you can go double Essence Drain Bane. Nice. That's nice. You haven't watched the one I sent on Discord. I mean, I wanted to show you at least for the beginning. I know it's a very long video. At least watch the beginning once I find the first guy. That's funny. I wanted to show you that part because you missed it on stream. But that is funny. Then I understand afterwards if you don't watch it the rest because it's pretty long. And I wanted to give pretty much all the experiment that I've done during the league in Act 1 with the mercenaries that I was finding, but I think the funny part is at the beginning when I find the first guy in mud flats. If you watch that, you can tell me. You can watch it tomorrow, you can let me know. If you do, I want to know what you think. But to be fair, before you say, yeah, because everybody will say, and I was conflicting at posting the video that way because I might receive a negative comment like, oh, you cannot play the game, you don't, your mechanics are trash. To be fair, with the same guy, exactly the same merc that for some reason he found the same place with the same combo of skills, Gorata, he logged out. He wasn't able to even last 2 seconds in Mudflat in Act 1. He just logged off and he says, okay, we are not gonna do this, they're too powerful. So to be fair, I persisted, and you will see, I will not spoil it, but I persisted, and Gorata actually logged out. Of course he is hardcore, so it makes sense that he does log out. But he didn't even try again. The one you sent me in the mixed clips, I watched it already when you went to bed. I want to watch another one. Maybe there will be an updated one, because that's from yesterday. There should be, from the same guy, there should be more. Maybe there is an updated today. Every day there will be multiple of these clips, so... Also, it seems like we get more... I don't know if it's because of this 11 rarity that I get on my character, but I don't think so. I get more unique items this league during campaign. I saw yours already with the 10 minutes. I saw you saw that. That's one that I wanted to watch. That's the one. I mean, that girl with the pierce shot, the sniper with the pierce shot, she was tough. You don't have anything there. You don't have a movement skill. You cannot dodge roll. You can't do anything. And I was having rolling magma. I was throwing the ball and she was dodging it every time. And she was just making me bleed. That's nasty. And when I was getting close to her, because I thought I was finding the strategy to get melee, and she was getting those freaking ballistas that were destroying my head. I thought, okay, at least the AI is pretty cool, because she understands when I'm getting melee to use the ballista to keep me out of the way. That was pretty nice. I have to say, I appreciate that part of the experience. But in general, I think they're very well designed. These guys are the mercenaries are very well designed. Of course, there are gonna be bugs. They're gonna be. I heard some of them. Sometimes they stutter. They don't really do much. They kind of fall asleep and then they come back to fight later on. So there are for sure some kind of bugs or stuff that can be improved. But I mean, that was pretty cool. And it's nice they're rippy as well. True. I hope they don't nerf them too much, because I heard already they wanted to nerf. Oh, we have Eclipse Solaris. This one is good for leveling as well. Something I mentioned today before you arrived in my leveling video, because I level up this guy, level 15, without it. And again, I told you, I didn't even use one skill, okay? I took this item, this is a level 1 item. I took this from the ground later. I took this just to have a shield charge, but now I'm using Whirlwind Blade, so it doesn't matter. I still have trash item. I'm in Act 2. I haven't used any skill, nothing. And I have 7 skill points. I just put these points here, but I don't even know what I'm doing because I don't know what build I want to do. I know that I want to use a shadow because of Saboteur. I want to use custom crit something on him. But yeah, I don't really know what I want to do. The problem with the strategy that I mentioned before is that you level up with your mercenary, you get through the campaign, you let the mercenary carry you, and then you just don't have gear. So you need to be careful once you decided you want to start playing the game, because you don't have anything on you. And then you suck. Exactly. So you will find yourself behind on levels because you go through the zone really quickly after a while. So you will be behind on levels. The mercenary will kill everything, and you will not know even if your build can work. So that's the dangerous, the dark side of the secrets of the pasta. But yeah, apart from that, I think I've been, I mean, even the Marauder that I was leveling because I wanted to try snaking. So even this guy, I leveled him up pretty much up to level, what is it? This is Act 7, I think. Yeah, Act 7. I need to start Act 7. And again, I was watching videos and stuff. I didn't even do much, but I took some items from the ground, so I'm not completely. But I was still having like a level, I don't know, it was Act 3 double axe in Act 6. And I said, maybe I should pick a better one. And I found this one from one of the vendors, and I said, okay, this one is some flat physical damage. I'm gonna pick this up. But yeah, I wasn't dealing any damage. It was just my merc doing everything. And I think that is cool. That is a very cool part. These are guys. I have hit his bite on my Toxic Rain guy, which I think is pretty good. But even if, I mean, that's pretty good. And on the kineticist, some random gear, but this wand is pretty nice with ignite, chance to ignite and chance to freeze. Pretty cool. And I think she goes with attack speed, right? Because kinetic bolt, if I remember well, maybe you know it better than me, Freddy. Kinetic bolt applies to your wand auto attack, right? Does it work like that? Is it how I remember? I don't remember if it's this skill or is another one, but I think it's kinetic bolt that applies to the kind of auto attack of the wand. So attack speed should work. It's not cast speed that you need. You need attack speed on this. Do I remember right? I don't remember. I need to check how the skill works, because I forgot. And what else? What else? Because I need probably to go very soon. I want to finish some of the quests with the Inquisitor. Yeah, I need to organize my build as well, because at the moment what I have is no links. I have 3 links here with this ID mustache that I will probably throw away very soon. I have this 4 link that I'm not even using with Armageddon brand. I need to organize my stuff as well here, because the energy blade part of the damage is pretty high as well, and this doesn't require me to do anything. I'm getting carried by energy blade. Like, I mean, 412 lightning damage flat. Yeah, it works. Yeah, it doesn't really require me to do much. If I get some good links on the Armageddon brand or even on the Firestorm, I can get better stuff. I can get better damage, but for now, it's okay. Maybe I should get Grace. Is it Grace what I need? I have both. I only Vision. I don't even have armor. I probably should get Grace. And Stone, and Flesh and Stone, I think, is the other one. The other defensive layer. I think Captain Lance uses Arctic Armor and Frost Shield. Something like that. So I should probably start using some defenses, because it's starting to get difficult to survive. But I was going through Act 9. I'm basically a quarry. I'm in quarry now. So I just need to finish Act 9. But I wanted to do some more currency first. So yeah. I want to finish the campaign tomorrow. Today, just chilling, and then I don't have rush, because at the end of the day, it's not really it doesn't matter for me to get the super amount of divine the day 1 and 2. I like to take the game at a slower pace. It allows me to make more videos on YouTube as well, and that's the other thing. I choose to... I choose to... No, I'm checking that. There is still those guys on Kick spamming me sometimes. I find it funny. Today less than yesterday though. Yeah, just enjoy. Because at the end of the day, if I make videos on YouTube and I try to go through the content super fast to make everything rushing, I'm missing out so many opportunities to make more videos. Like the one that I've done today about the leveling low characters that I'm gonna put out probably tomorrow or the day after. The other one now that will explain heist, which many other content creators have done, but I specifically try to target the Path of Exile 2 players that they don't even know what a heist is. I try to explain the mechanic to very basic people as well, as much as possible. I think that can be good as well. If I rush through the whole thing, I'm missing out so many opportunities to explain the game to new players, and that's the kind of target that I'm trying to aim for. Players that are new, players that are scared of Path of Exile because they know that, oh, that game is so difficult. I'm trying to aim for that. So I don't really need to rush that much because I'm trying to be relatable, right? Trying to be the guy that is kind of like you. It doesn't, you don't really need to be playing 20 hours a day in order to enjoy this game. I think that can be my specific... I don't even know what this zone is anymore. From the Northern Forest, I remember there is this door. I've never gone through ever. But this did for years. Yeah, exactly. But this now... This still does that in a way, I have to say. Because this still has the university. It's still... kind of is very good at taking the noobs. Yeah, it's noob friendly at the end of the day. That's exactly how it is. Trying to remember, I've never done this zone, okay? So I want to know. I don't think there is any quest in here, right? Am I wrong? The other thing I should do is picking up the other trial for the next lab. Now that we are here and we are just chilling. The next lab should be level 70 something, right? 73? No, 73 is the last one. 78 is the last one. 73 is the third one. I could also do lab to get my volcanic fissure of snaking, by the way. But yeah, being noob friendly and trying to give a chance. I mean, I've done that also when I used to play World of Warcraft and I was streaming World of Warcraft, okay? So I was welcoming on very difficult content and game for raiding and stuff. I was welcoming everybody in my raids, that even people that were new to the game, because even if it's kind of a headache to make them go through content that can be very hard, and they are new, so they miss a lot of information and stuff. There is nothing here. I'm just going through this zone, but there is nothing. Why there is this zone here? There is no quest. It's literally nothing. Why this zone even exist? To waste your time? The Dread Thicket. I don't know. It's just a closed zone. I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe down there there's something. Let me see. GG noobs. Yeah. GG noobs. No, but honestly, I think like, even I watch a lot of people that are a lot of better players, okay? So when you watch players that are very good and they're build makers, like Jangron, like Rutu, they are fascinating because you see they can reason around the game in ways that we cannot. And they can always come with some cool stuff coming up, right? And that's interesting once you know the game. That's interesting once you are learning new things, once you want inspiration to try new things. That's fine. But the problem usually with people like that is that they kind of push away the more newbie. Because once you get mad, like Jangron did this league as well, with a guy that was streaming and was coming back to the game after a while, and it says, okay, show, can you check my POB? And he started to talk trash about that POB. I've done this is trash, this is dog shit, I don't even know what I'm looking at. I mean, it's part of entertainment, it's part of how it is, how he is. But you're pushing away such a chunk of people that just want to enjoy the game, in my opinion. It's not really a good way of behaving. Even if most of the time people in this chat is just probably people that knows about the game better, so most of them just will have a laugh and okay. But it's not nice. I mean, if you don't know the guys in particular, and you might not know that this guy maybe started the game, this league, so he's trying to get through all the content that you have been playing for 15 years, and he's doing this in 3 days. So of course, if he's giving you a POB, it's not gonna be the best POB you have ever seen in your life. Most likely it's gonna be some trash. But this way, you also try to... you scare away people that want to try new things. And that's not nice. In this game, okay, the build makers most of the time are always the same. The same guys, they're always the same people. It's fine. Makes sense. What I don't like is... what the fuck is this? What I don't like is... what I don't like is that this way, people that want to try new things, they might have good ideas, they don't even try because they say, oh, there's always Jangron talking trash if I make a new build, or if I try new things, if I try this, if I try that. Or if it's not Jangron, it's somebody else. It's not really a good behavior to also to promote the game and the community. I don't know. Anyway, Freddy, it's midnight. I need to start packing my things. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate everybody on YouTube and so on. Let's see how YouTube is going. Today's video started really slow, I have to say. Wait, what? Today's video started quite slow. How many views we got in today's video? Yeah, very slow. I figured out that I was having the wrong tags on the video just after I published it, so yeah. But I show you the secrets, guys. I show you the secrets. Hold on. But 8,700 subscribers is quite a lot, by the way. Incredible. 4,768 views on the absolute new players prep guide. Bro. So this is also telling me something. Video of the 11th of June, so 5 days ago, 4,700. And the PoE Civil War What to Do 4,000 as well. I mean, the PoE Civil War. I think this is mostly the thumbnail. The thumbnail was pretty cool. But also this thumbnail is kind of cool. I don't know why only 68 for today. It's not a lot. Maybe it's going to pick up later on. But yeah, the absolute new players is pretty cool. People are gaming now. On sit for 30 minutes. That is true, but this one as well is 33 minutes. And it got these views between yesterday and today. This one is 33 minutes, Absolute New Players Prep Guide. And this one is the same, is less time as well. So, I don't know, to be honest. Both of them are 30 minutes, more or less. But yeah, we will see. Maybe it's just the very few days, the very first hours, so it doesn't really matter. But this one, yeah, 4 days ago, 4,000 views is quite a lot for me. I mean, this one, I didn't even remember that I got 4,000 on the pure loot buff, which then was buffed again. So yeah, I'm doing well on YouTube. I'm happy. I'm happy that this is starting to pick up. I'm starting to see things going better on YouTube. I have to say, YouTube give me more hopes compared to Twitch. Twitch is just very dead. It doesn't really seems to be a place where a content creator can grow. On YouTube, there are many more possibilities to grow. If you like to do, if you're able to create content, you will grow. On Twitch, I think. Have you heard that FaZe are going in mass? They're going to Kick as well. So Asmongold going to Kick. He's already streaming on Kick. Many content creators from gacha games like Tecton and friends and so on. Many OTKs now. The OTK people are going all to Kick for an event. And now FaZe people, the same guys from Call of Duty, Valorant and so on, they're all going to Kick. I believe Twitch is about to crumble. And everybody's running away. No, it's not exclusive. No, he's already streaming both Kick on. He's also providing help to Elon Musk to make streaming on X do better. He's giving him 20 hours a week for free, and he's working with X to make X become a better streaming platform. And so we'll soon be on X as well, guys, because I want to be on that train once it started. So, yeah. I think Twitch, I mean, I'm pretty sure if everybody's starting to move this all together, in the last month, we've seen all these people going there. And they're all, at the moment, they're all multi-streaming, but why everybody is starting to move on Kick so quickly? Well, probably they know something is happening. We will see. For now, guys, have a good night, everybody. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace. Night. Have a good night. Bye-bye.